Hello everyone, welcome to Mechanical Design Hub. Please subscribe our channel for mechanical design related videos and internship videos and mechanical design, Solidworks, CATIA, ANSYS tutorials. So let's go to our topic here. So today we are just going to draw the ball bearing. So we are just make it in Solidworks 2016. So at first you have to open the Solidworks part window, then just change the unit system, and I am just making the background plain white. So we are just going to make the ball bearing in the 4 parts. So this is the first part, and let's done here. So the first part is the front plane. So select this front plane and make here the sketch. So I am just select here one the center line and one center rectangle. Then first go for the center rectangle. uh, the center rectangle, I'm just make it here. Okay, this is the center rectangle. Go for the smart dimension. I have give this length is equal to the 31 millimeter, and the length from here, the length from this point will be 65 millimeter. Okay, and the length from here is 53 millimeter. Okay, now we have to just select one this 3-point arc. Okay, just zoom it and select this. The 3-point arc will be like that. Select this point and this point. Okay, and the arc will be, I think that is arc will be like that. Okay, then I am just going to give its dimension. The radius of the arc will be 12 millimeter, and the distance from this point and the arc, this will be 8 millimeter. Then you have to go for the trim option. Just zoom it, trim this part. Okay, then you have just click here, then you have to select this 2 part. Just give its dimension. Just go select the smart dimension and give it dimension is equal to 6.92, and this dimension is equal to 6.19. okay, then just select these and these, sorry, make it accept these, select and press shift, press Ctrl and select these, then go for the make it equal option. Okay, where is this problem? Okay, I understand. Make it close. Just to go for the sketch, if just that is okay. Now you have just I'm making this line again, then you can understand that. Just make some undo here. Okay, please wait. I'm just making undo here. Okay, now you have to just select this one center, this 3-point arc, or you can make it just arc here. Okay, just select this point and the this point, and that will be this smart dimension, and the value will be 12, and when the distance of this line of this will be 8 millimeter. Okay, now if you just make it trim here and just go for these and control and these, sorry, click here, trim, select this point make it trim, make it trim, go for this control and this and make it equal, then you can make the both part equal. So this is the going to be completed. Now you have to just select the center point, center line from here. Okay, so when you have just make it here, and then go for the features and make it revolve. When you are just have make it revolve, wait, I think this line is not parallel. Over the sketch, trim, please make it center line and it should be 90 degree. What the problem here? Make it trim, click here, just zoom it and just make exit sketch and go for the sketch and make the center line here. Okay, and this is okay. Now I'm going from exit sketch option, go for the features, that will be revolve, select this point and the contour will be this, and you can see that I have made this part. Just click here, revolve. This is the main outer bearing part, and you can go for the fillet option, select this face, and the radius will be, I am just going the give the radius 5 mm. Okay, you can see this and just click here, and then you have to just save it. You have to just save it, go for the save option, and in the desktop here you have just make it outer ring. Okay, I'm just make it save. Then we have just going to make the second part, and I'm just making the second part. Please wait. Hi guys, we are back to the Solidworks part window again. Here we are just making the second part, that is the inner this is the inner ring. So at first same case, you have to just make the change the millimeter and thus make it white, then go for the front plane, make it its sketch, then go for the center line. I'm just making this the center line. Okay, now we have to just make one center rectangle here. This is the center rectangle. I'm just make it here. Okay, what is the problem? This is the center rectangle, smart dimension. I'm just making this dimension 31. Okay, and this part and this part will be 25, and this part and this part will be 37. That's great. And then now we are just going to make the go for the 3-point arc, and we are just making one arc here that will be like that, and the arc will be, sorry, just again go here, and the arc will be like that, and I'm just making the arc like that. Okay, now I'm just give its dimension will be, this will be 12. Okay, and the distance will be from this point and this point will be 8 millimeter. Then go for the trim option. I'm just making trim here, then click here the trim and just press the control key button, select these and select these and make it equal. Okay, Now when you have just in that, go for the features option and make it revolve. Select this axis, and when you have just make it select this axis and click here revolve. Before that I am making this just select, and I'm just making the radius. The radius will be 2. The radius will be 2 millimeter. Okay, just select here and go for the features. Go for the feature and revolve option. Select this part, and you can see that this is just going to happen. When it had happened, just click here and select the ball bearing and save it outer ring, inner ring, that is just inner ring. Okay, save it. I have just end here, and now I am just going to make the ball part. Please. Hello everyone, we are just making the ball part here. So at first make the millimeter unit system millimeter and make it plain white. Select the front plane, select, and I'm just making one circle here. The circle will be the diameter will be 24. Just make this diameter 24. This is going to be 24. Okay, now when it will be the 24, I am just making center line from here. This is the midpoint. Okay, and just go for the trim option. When I'm making the trim option, just trim all the part and click here and exit from sketch. When I just exit from sketch, then go for the revolve option, select the center line, and the ball has been done. When the ball has been done, I'm just going to save it here. The ball bearing part, that is the ball. Okay, hello, this is the final part. Kotha bolo na. This is the final part, and I am just making the cage. So at first to make the sketch, you have to select this front plane. Okay, and just make it plain white and select this, make one circle and give its dimension equal to 94 millimeter, and then another dimension will be 86 millimeter. Okay, 94 and 86 millimeter, and I'm just making the features command, and that will be 16 millimeter width. Click here. Okay, when you have just making that, just select this face and make here sketch. When you have making this sketch, I am just making here one center line. This will be the center line. Sorry, click here, make here the center line. Select this, and this will be the center line. Okay, now I am making one circle again, and the circle will be 90 millimeter. Okay, when you have just making here the 90 millimeter, I'm just making here one circle again, and the radius will be, and the circle diameter will be 12 millimeter. Okay, when you have make the 12 millimeter, and just go for the trim option and trim these parts. Okay, these parts and this part and this part. That's not a big essential that you have to just make some undo. I am doing just make the trim in this part and this part. Okay, this part and this part, and I just make this also, and click here, click and exit from sketch. When you have just exit from sketch, go for the featured and Extrude Cut. No, go for the Revolved Cut option. This is the Revolved Cut. Then select the center line and select these two part. Okay, select this two part option and click here. Resulted contour intersect the center line. Okay, I'm just making this. Please wait. I think just go for the edit sketch and select these. You have to just trim this part also, and then exit sketch option. When you have just making the exit sketch option, go for the Revolved Cut, select this center line. The sketcher is, oh what is that? Okay, then you have to go for this center sketch option and go for here you have to make just make it trim and go for this, not the center line. You have to make the original line here. Sorry, make it trim, go for the original line here. When I'm just making the original line, exit from sketch and go for the Revolved Cut, select this, and you can see that there will be one cut, and you can see that this will be the cut, and just go for the fillet option and select these two face, and here that will be 2 millimeter. Okay, 2 millimeter radius. Okay, this is looking very good, and you have just go for the here temporary axis. Please turn on the temporary axis and go for the central circular pattern. Select this cut and this radius also, and just this line will be there, and the increase the number will be 12 millimeter. And when you have just making this, you can see that this will be the 12 millimeter. Okay, now we have to make the shell. Then you have to go for the shell command. Where is the shell command? Okay, this is the shell command. Now we have to select these and this part, and there will be 1.5, that is nothing but 1.5 millimeter. Okay, and make here. When you have just make the shell command, you can see that this case has been done. Okay, when you have just making this case has been done, you have just make one center line for me. Go for the sketch and select the sketch. Sound come out. Go for the center line, and then you have to just go for the sketch, trim here, go for the sketch. Okay, this is first sketch, and then another center line sketch will be this. Okay, and here I'm just making the radius will be, the angle will be 22.5 millimeter. Wait, please wait a second. I think that is 22.5 millimeter, or this is the 12. This is the number will be 12, and the radius will be 2. I think the radius will be 2. So please wait, please wait. You have just decrease the angle, that will be 15 millimeter, and you can see that here it will be midpoint. When it has come to the midpoint, you have to just make one circle here, and the circle will be 2 millimeter. Okay, that will be 2 only. When you have just make it 2, just exits from sketch and just go for the features and Extrude Cut. Just select this, and that will be Extrude Cut option. Click here. Okay, that's nice. And when you have just make it, just to go for the circular pattern, select this, and here we can see that this, and that number of the hole will be 12. Just click here. You can see that in this way we can just make the this will be the case. Okay, this is the case. Then I'm just hide the temporary axis, and you can see that this is the case, and I'm just going to save it case 1 only. This is the 4 parts. Now we have just ended all the 4 parts of the ball bearing, and I'm just going to make the assembly drawing. Please keep watching, and let's come to the assembly. This will be the final assembly of the ball bearing. So at first you have to browse the 4 parts. Okay, I'm just browsing the 4 parts. Click here, open. One by one all have come here. This is the 4 parts of the ball bearing. I make it plain white for better understanding, and make it millimeter. At first you have to show this temporary axis here. Okay, now I'm just drag it here. Okay, I'm just drag it here, and then I just make mid, the mid between these and the mid between these. Click here. Okay, when you have just made it, then go for the again mid. Okay, and go for the advanced mate option. There you can find the width. Just select this face and just select this face. Okay, then you can select this face. Just select this face. Oh, sorry. Delete. I have to delete this face. These 2 face. Okay, please wait. Clear all sections. I'm select this face and this face, and I'm selecting just this face and this face. Okay, you can just see that this is the width made, this is the advanced made. Okay, now I have just make this just okay. Click here, tick. Make this ball float. Okay, when it has float, just I'm drag it here, then select this ball. Okay, I have just make here select the mate option. I'm just select the 2 parts, that is the ball and this is the inner ring. This is the inner ring and the ball. Okay, I'm just select the front part of the ball, and so I'm just selecting front part of the inner ring. Okay, select, click here. Then I'm just making the top part of the ball, top plane of the ball, and make the right plane or top plane. Okay, and you can see that this is not that. I'm just making the top plane. I'm just clear all sections. I'm just making cross here. Okay, you can see that I'm just coincident one portion. Okay, I have to coincident the another portion, that will be the ball portion. What is the ball? This is the ball. Okay, I'm just make the top plane of the ball and make the front plane right plane, and you can see that this has been done. Okay, right plane, and just click here. When you have just made it here, you just okay, you have just pull it inside. When you have just pull it inside, then go for the mate option again, select this ball and select this part and make it flip object. And when you have just make it, it shows that over defined. So I think that is a problem in mate, so you have to make it very carefully. Okay, you have to just delete this latest two coincide. I make it again, just go for the mate option, and in this mate option I have just go for the ball top plane and select the top plane of the, this is the top plane, and select the right plane. Okay, top plane and right plane, click here. Okay, then I go for the front plane and front plane of the coincide. This has been done. Then if you go for the mate option, select the ball and select this and make it, and then it will show the word defined. Okay, okay, I'm just make it here. Here, coming back to the video, so here we have just make the mate option, and the final mate will be select this ball and select this and make it flip tangent. Okay, when you have just make it tangent, you can see that it can rotate. I'm just make it just click here, mate. I'm just make it fix. I'm just make it fix so that you can rotate, and I am just make it also float, so you can see that this. Now you have the question that how can we just make this pattern. So then go for the circular pattern option, select this and select this center line, and I'm just making the 8 ball. You can see that there are the 8 balls and all are rotating. Okay, now this come for the this portion. What is this portion? This portion is this. I'm just make the rotate and make this part rotate, and I'm just going for click here mate option, select this, select its center line, that is the small center line, and make this center line, this make here, Just push it here. When you have just make it push is here, then go for this ball option and select this and select this portion and this part. We can just make this all the 5 parts and we have just make this part. Now you have just make this cage. Go for the mate option, select this ball and select this outer boundary. When you have just make it, just see that, click here OK. When you have just make it, click here OK, then go for the mirror option. Okay, go for the mirror option. What is the mirror option? This is the assembly part and this is the add the mirror component option. Then you have to mirror plane. That plane will be this and the component will be this. Okay, and when you have just make it, go for the next. You can see the preview and click here. You can see that this is that portion where this is going to be happen and it is set already. This is set already. Okay, and if you just here hide the center line, you can see that this is the ball assembly. This is the ball assembly and this is going to be rotate. Okay, this is going to be rotate. Please wait, I am just make it rotating. There is a problem in my mouse, so this rotation is make it slow and you can see that this is going to be rotate. Okay, and in this how we can just assembly. If you make this is the assembly product of the ball bearing. You can see that. Please subscribe our channel and keep watching our channel. And in the second video we have just make one video that how we can make animation of this ball bearing. So this is how we can make the ball bearing. Thank you all.